Overall, pleased about the round today. What?
Obviously, different course, different conditions, all that kind of stuff. But just in terms of what you're feeling right now, do you feel similar at all to last week as you vaulted into contention?
Yeah, I mean, I think last week, kind of through 2 days, I felt like maybe I was hitting it a little better. But it's right there. I saw a lot of good shots today, but it's just how do I tighten things up a little bit? I'm not asking for perfect, but it's just knowing that the conditions are going to be like that tomorrow. You want to have a little bit more control, but it feels good. Short game's feeling good after today, and just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
What's Sunday in your mind in terms of motivation or anything like that, or do you have to put it away?
Look, I don't have to get motivated for this week. Like, you show up and you know what the goal is, right? But you know, I've looked at it Monday, Tuesday, figured out, you know, what do I need to do different? What do I do the same to put myself in that position? And just things go your way, right? And you just make it happen. So I just kind of
where the pin is on 17 today, beneath the slope there.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about trying to hole it? Are you thinking about controlling your spin, like, because you can rip it off?
Yeah, definitely not thinking about holding it until the ball lands safely on the green behind the hole. But it's one where, I mean, if you're going to have a good chance of making a one, like, that's the hole. And man, I wanted it after JJ holed it. I mean, it looked really good today, but you know, I'll take a 2 there any day.
Hey, Collin, when you look at, go ahead. Do you have a follow?
I was just thinking, is controlling your spin with that slope hard? Because there are years where it rips off and goes into the water. Is that a difficult thing?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice that the wind wasn't really into us. So, like, it was kind of just off the right. So I don't know what the wind, it seems like it's picking up a little bit. I don't know how it's going to play later today. But when it's into you and that front pin, I mean, that's when you float one up and it just rips off the green and you see a lot more in the water. So it was a little easier today. I mean, there was 5 miles per hour at most when we played it.
Collin, when you look at Rory and the sustained success he's had for quite a long time, almost never misses cuts, he's kind of in contention all the time. What's your impression of that, and how impressed are you in that as you try to...
Yeah, longevity is a huge thing, and not just longevity, but consistency, and he's a model of that. I remember when I turned pro in 19, I mean, he was top 5ing, top 10ing every single week, something, you know, what we saw Scotty do last year into this year, past 2 years, I guess. But to do that over his entire career essentially is incredible, right? It's what you strive to do, and just continue to keep working hard.
Just as a follow to that, as somebody who's won a couple of majors and you're being in contention all year as well, how difficult is that to sustain? Do people realize how just maybe mentally exhausting that can be?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not mentally exhausting. But I mean, look, it's just you have to learn how to win on tour, right? Any level, junior golf, college golf, whatever, you have to learn how to win. And just because you do it once doesn't mean you can do it again. And, you know, I've kind of looked back and realized, you know, it's hard. But that's why I love this game, and that's why it's so difficult and fun at the same time, is like you just dig your head deeper and you just keep figuring it out and hope you just end up on top on Sunday, right? And it's, you know, thankfully, we have a lot of weeks, but you want it to just be right there.
Just curious, the 4 starts to win. How'd you learn so quickly?
Just be good at golf. Put the ball in the hole.
The 5-wood chip, you practiced that and went into deciding like that was the right play?
Yeah, that's kind of been my play on courses like this where I'm kind of going up slopes. And, you know, for me, it's I could easily putted it. But it's just something that I felt very comfortable with, and might have had a little bit of speed, but, you know, it's all right. And then I just want to add one more thing. You know, might bite my tongue after saying this, but, you know, to the Brandel Chamblees, to the Paul McGinleys, to the Rocco Mediats of the world, I don't regret anything I said. You know, it might have been a little bit harsh that I don't owe anyone, but I don't owe anyone. You know, I respect the fans. I'm very thankful for them. I'm grateful. You know, it makes me emotional, but it hurts to hear people say this, and especially you guys, because I finished the round and I went to go sign for 10 minutes, 15 minutes for all the people after. Not a single person from media went to go follow me because I don't know, but that's me. You know, for people to be calling me out is it's interesting. You know, it doesn't show anything. I mean, look, I get what you guys are saying, but I was there. I was signing for every single person right after the round. whether they wanted it or not. I finished second. They could care less. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so thank you guys.
Thanks, Collin.